Prince Claus Fund Network Partnership Committee come together twice a year. Once it is in the country of one of the participating organizations, and once it is in Netherlands where the Prince Claus Fund is housed, is hosted. The purpose of organizing the event in one of the partnering countries is, in fact, first of all, to have a better understanding of the impact that our work has had, the legacy of the work in the past, to better understand how we can improve. So there's a learning curve there, I think, to evaluate our own system of working and not so much just looking at our partnership as donor-recipient in that sense. So I think one of the key traits of the network partnership is, in fact, that trust that's developed. But that's a relationship that I think takes nurturing. And I think there can be a relationship if it's two-sided. And for us, it's important, as much as we have people coming to the Netherlands, that we also bring people to the actual context. I think what we've also seen in the history of our previous events and meetings we've organized, I think has been very much the fact that we exercise a sense of soft power once we're in the country, with the presence of such an international group of people who are coming from all sorts of different corners of the world, representing some of the most brilliant organizations working within the cultural domain. So what that says as well is that through channeling our support, which is international, you see very much this local appreciation developed, this local recognition, a local sense of ownership for what is happening, and I think a certain sense of understanding. Now, it is unfortunate that many organizations, in fact throughout the world, in order to gain that local appreciation and attention, they first have to create that international recognition. And so we are there to really make sure that we can create that leverage for the local organizations on the one hand, but I think on the other hand also give an opportunity to people within this local context, so people outside of the partnership that we have with SunArt in this case, to give them an opportunity to meet people from Syria to Colombia to Brazil to Mongolia, Ghana, etc. So basically this pool of people that we have, they can have a sort of a direct interlocutor with an institution, so it becomes more human. And I think creating friendships in that way, which are based on human relationships, are really the way that you create also sustainability within our sector. So the Prince Claus Fund has been quite actively present in Vietnam and the region. I think as a fund, we are a global fund. I think our responsibility is not just to be present, but also to be able to aggregate information from contextual developments from throughout the world and share that knowledge with our network. I think as a networked organization, it's extremely important that we can also find the proper mechanism to share that on a level where it's also understandable for someone coming from completely a different context. So what that also means is that I think our commitment locally becomes very important, because in order to share that contextual development, you want to, as much as possible and as much as our means allow us, portray a very diverse image, as diverse as possible as we can manage, and by supporting a diversity of different institutions, initiatives. I mean, we work in all sorts of different disciplines, from music to performance arts to heritage and visual arts, to name a few. But concretely in the case of Vietnam, I mean, obviously SunArt has been one of our flagship partnerships and one of the brilliant projects that we've worked on long term as a result of the legacy of SunArt of the past. But only, for example, last year alone, we have been in partnership with the G-Star Foundation, which is a foundation that's based in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. And through this collaboration, we have supported 6 diverse projects on the theme of redesigning, reimagining handcrafts, and the way that handcrafts are really reinterpreted by creative entrepreneurs in order to really give a contemporary take and offer contemporary design development through the knowledge that this country has specifically on handcraft. So that's just one of the segments, if you will, one of the images that we've been trying to really promote to the world through the work that we do. But hopefully this has really been the starting point. And I think what we see with Sanart is that through the support that we've given to Sanart, and in fact through the learning we've had mutually on that level, I think, we've also been able to really identify future partners that we would like to also work with in the future.